Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk about WWE. Let's talk about the Elimination Chamber. Let's talk about the aftermath. Right now, watching Stone Cold Skull Sessions got the boss on there, Sasha Banks, telling her story. She is the greatest right now, in my opinion. In my opinion. My man TJ won't agree with me. My man Jason won't agree with me. But hey, she puts in work, and I like her. Yep. So I'm just sitting here, I'm chilling, waiting for somebody to come in on here. We could talk a little bit about the aftermath. We turn the chair around, doing some stuff for the wife as well. But I figured I'd come on here for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, and we could talk a little bit. Like my shirt Equality. It's made by Puma. I like this shirt actually. Let me know who's on here. What's up, Brian? You watching Sasha Banks too? We already know she is the standard. Bailey's a tag along, but it's okay. I like Bailey too. She has talent. I used to didn't like Bailey to tell you the truth, but it ain't even about Bailey. Yeah. The aftermath. Come on, let's talk about it, man. What do you think about the show? Let me invite you on here. Hold on a sec. Add guest. My first time ever adding guest. Um, your name Brian, right? The Highlander. Let me see if I can find you. Oh, can't find you, Brian. Thailander. Let me try that. Thaill. Oh, Brian, why can't I find you? That's crazy. Okay, let me at Thailander. That's what I put. Okay, let me try it again. I'm trying to invite you on. There you go. There she go. The boss. Snoop Dogg should have helped her break into the business. She'd do it herself. I got you. So I just invited you. Hope you got the invite. Come on in. There you go. What's happening, buddy?
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. What do you think about the show?
I liked it. The only thing I'm kind of scratching my head is how come they you only had one women's match?
Yeah.
I thought like maybe Oscar was gonna have a match, or I thought like Lacey Evans was gonna fight. I mean, like what happened with that? And then how come they didn't have a women's version of the Elimination Chamber?
I guess because they really they're doing with the women right now with Lacey being pregnant. Oscar hasn't defended the title in probably 2, 3 months. So we're messing around with the tag team title. So I think that's the only storyline that they had going. And it ended the right way because I did not want to see a double champion again. Even though it was Sasha Banks, I did not want to see that again. They were teasing it.
Yeah,
Glad it did not happen. And I'm glad they might be writing Reggie off of TV. Even though he's pretty good on the mic. I kind of like him on the mic. I kind of like the little angle they got going. But him interfering in the match, fighting women. And then,
yeah,
uh, Sasha Banks bump Nia, but then you get a grown man that can't do nothing against Nia. So I'm like, nah.
yeah,
So that's waste of time, wasting talent. Let the women can handle their own too if you
yeah.
see opportunity.
Yeah, because I thought that if with the whole angle with Lacey being pregnant, I figured like okay, well, normally they would always backpedal and try to scramble to do like another idea, like maybe okay, if they have a women's elimination chamber match, whoever is the winner is the number one contender for for the
Yeah, they could have did something like that.
yeah,
Like
because
already
if
feel because those matches are kind of long. You had two with the men that takes up half the show right there.
yeah,
They had the triple threat match. Riddle was gonna win. Anytime you make it a triple threat, and
Yeah.
Lashley didn't lose his own title. So, so, they couldn't wrestle again because they wrestled like 3 weeks straight and it's been the same outcome.
Yeah. I'm just kind of. I mean, I kind of had a feeling like Lashley was gonna lose.
So his
Um.
title now it's gonna be him versus the Miz, or it'll be a triple threat at WrestleMania: him, Miz, and McIntyre.
Yeah, but I'm happy finally. Miz finally gets the championship.
I know TJ had.
Finally.
I could care less if Miz had that belt, but
I
I,
mean,
I was hoping he didn't win it on the that last year would have came in and destroyed that. But hey,
I
it is.
mean,
It's fresh.
yeah. I mean, but it's just like how I said before. It's like how much crap does he have to eat in order to get some respect around there?
That's true. That's true.
Because I mean, if it had been me, and it's like I've been there for so long, and it's like I'm always like pushing and pushing, like, dude, give me the ball, I'll run with it, and they keep telling me no. And then it's like, then what? Then why am I wasting my time here?
Well, you can handle it. You know you can handle it, and people do like him. So um, Morrison got his little day in the sunlight. They threw him a bone. Chance at the so I guess him and Riddle will be feuding now.
Yeah.
He's a belt, and the hurt reeling right now. But I can see Lashley winning that belt at WrestleMania versus the Miz.
Yeah, I was surprised that Lashley came out and attacked McIntyre. I didn't
I
expect that.
that's the good thing. That's what made it a C show tonight. Because at first I was about to get that thing a D.
Yeah.
Well, not probably. It was better than what I expected it to be.
Yeah. But I mean, and also too, I thought it would be over like around 9 since it started at 6. Instead of like having the kickoff matches, if they were kind of short on the card, they could have added the kickoff matches to the card
Could have just
to
been
to span it out. Yeah,
that kickoff thing is
it's a waste of time.
yeah, just I guess they tried to do like pre or something, but it really was a waste of time.
Yeah, and then on top of that too, like to me,
Bayley,
it was a waste of Elias's ability.
yeah, that was but it did set up a triple threat match. That's about it. But they could have did that top of the card and had the commissioner come out and do
Yeah.
well, they really don't have a commissioner now, but I don't know what Rose's role is, but it was decent. The Roman Reigns match, we already knew what that outcome was gonna be. I
Yeah, it was evident.
Cesaro, but don't hurt being Daniel Bryan, but I thought it was gonna be Cesaro.
Yeah, I was really pulling for Cesaro.
But you knew whoever who won was gonna get squashed by Reigns anyway because it was already set up like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's welcome all our guests on, people from coming on. And if you like to say something, come on, tell us how you like the show. Rate it A through F. No. Rate it 1 through 5, with 5 being the best. We don't want to do A through F no more.
A through F.
So we ain't
Yeah.
so let's rate it 1 through 5. 5 being the best. So you can do a 1, a 1 minus, a 1 plus,
I
5,
give it a 3.
5 plus. You give it a 3.
Yeah, just simply put, it's just you only had one women's match. I really wanted to see more of the women.
Yeah, they kind of like they don't know what they want to do with the women.
Yeah.
And you have enough women to develop the storyline.
Yeah, and then case in point, they could have had that spin to where with the women, because obviously, Bianca is pretty much going to go after Sasha.
Yeah,
So for the Raw Women's title match, you could have had an elimination chamber, and whoever won that would be the number one contender since Lacey is now pregnant.
oddly enough, I wanted to see Billy Marie. She
Yeah.
was growing on me, so I really wanted to see her.
You gotta be joking me.
I'm glad we didn't see that 24/7 crap.
I thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't. It don't need to be on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's not a serious belt, but if it is on pay-per-views, it'd be some kind of little running. They could have ran through the elimination chamber, and all of them got beat.
Yeah, or could have been part of the kickoff show or something. I don't know.
That could have been a good idea, you know.
But I don't know. I mean, some of the matches were good, but it's just I thought like you had 3 hours and it was over in 2 hour, like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it
So
was just like watching SmackDown Plus.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But
So like the best.
pretty much the match that I liked the most that I enjoyed it was the SmackDown Elimination Chamber
Okay. That
because that was real physical.
yeah.
Um, a lot of unexpected moments.
I like Jay Uso in that match. He showed some dominance.
Yeah, it showed Kevin Owens who was boss.
Yeah, I like that, and they might can do something with that. You know, Jay needs to be wrestling more.
Yeah. And I think probably by WrestleMania, that's when Jimmy would be back.
Oh yeah, and if that happens, I can see Jimmy and Jay turning on Roman. But then
Possible, or make the faction stronger.
see Jay turning. They look, I'm part of this family, or this is what you're gonna get every week, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, or you can see, probably be more like this. Jimmy that's coming back. Jimmy comes back, and they play this thing like, yo, man, you don't gotta listen to Roman, blah 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 blah. And then at the end, they end up attacking somebody, helping Roman save Roman with the belt, help Roman beat down what's the boy name, and the family.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But I did like the setup where he's all like, yeah, and then he turns around and then Edge just bam. I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't see that one coming.
but you know what? You know what they missed when Shayna and Nia won that match. Tamina and Natty should have came out because
Agreed.
tag team that should be going up against them. They match in size, they match them in power, and you don't have to work because ain't none of them fast.
Yeah, cousin versus cousin.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
that. And look, if anything, you run that for a little while, and then you have Nia turn on Shayna, and her and Tamina become a tag team again. They they,
And
they should.
and yeah, and if that was to happen, you could have Nia and Tamina side in with the head of the table
Yeah,
and have like a strong Samoan faction because
like
I've been begging for that. We need to have a strong Samoan faction due to the fact that they get they don't get that much respect.
no, they don't. Oh, the Canadians get the respect. When they did kind of jack them up.
Yeah, so
When they
I
swerved, started like Jack Vince's he
like numerous of times. Tamina needs to be a women's champion at least once.
yeah, because they gave her a good push at one time, and then just like, okay, we don't we just we don't need you no more.
Yeah, but the thing about it is though, it's like at the time when they was given her the push, they could have like have people coach her to kind of help bring her up, so that way when she does her promos and everything, she really stands out and shows or whatever. But they just kind of like, all right, well,
Yeah,
we'll try somebody else.
I like her with Natty though. For some reason, I like that tag team. They work together.
Generation superstars.
Yeah, have Natty do the bulk of the talking, and just
Yeah,
be Tamina, be the power.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, like Natalia's second generation, and then then Tamina second generation under Snuka. Yeah, it's just like the generation.
And I guess the only thing that won't work between them and not they both heel tag team. But
Yeah,
because the
Yeah, but I think Natalia and Tamina could be pushed as a face.
they could be baby faces for a little while,
Yeah.
but they don't have that has been a big before, but they really don't have the charisma for that. They better, especially Tamina,
Yeah, it's
but it's Hills, I think.
yeah, it's just like with Tamina, even though when she was a face, like she was just still kind of quiet and just like not talk.
Right. So she's
So
the face. She's better go out and enjoy people, you know.
and then also too with that time off, like nursing an injury and everything, like she could just be at the PC, like getting the promo classes and you
Yeah,
know,
so some people just got, you know,
yeah,
just let talking and that's all. And
yeah,
strong on the mic.
yeah. Because I mean, I really would love to see Tamina become at least champion once.
Yeah. She said I think they first had the women's division. Her and her and Nia were like dominant, and then they lose to Bailey and like I
Yeah,
get that one. You know, I like Bailey inside. I was more, I was pulling for them to go ahead and win it, the inaugural. And then
yeah,
dropped it. They could have held it for a month and dropped it to Bailey and Sasha because they're more marketable. And and I think that's what it's about.
yeah, yeah. I agree, but it just annoys me just how like the booking and the creative they just kind of how I said time and time again, and we all agree it's like they just write something and see if it sticks.
I wouldn't even call it creative.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's how they do it. Like, oh well, creative, because if creative has nothing going for them, they're like, all right, well, you know, best of luck to you on your future endeavors.
Yeah, that's really too creative about it. Yeah, Andrade at home, barely using Angel Garza. You got Bo Dallas home. You got the Fiend on the shelf right now. I don't know.
Yeah, and then you have Carmella now. Now it's like with Carmella coming back, and then you're giving her that push, and then now what?
Now, now Reggie done broke up with her, and where is she? We hadn't seen Carmella in what, 3 weeks?
Well, she was on SmackDown last Friday when she confronted Reginald like, "What was that I saw you out there doing?" And he's like, "Oh no, it's not like that."
But dude, no, I didn't even pay no attention. I must have missed that little segment.
Yeah, so she was like saying because she was asking like, "What took so long to get this glass of wine?" And he goes, "Oh, I had to get it at the right temperature and everything, all for you." And then she took a sip of it, and she's like, "Oh, this is nasty." She's like, "Go get me another bottle." He's like, "Okay, okay."
Smack him or anything, you know what I'm saying?
She just like poured like just tossed the wine in his face.
I don't even I don't even like that gimmick. I like this Carmella. It just don't.
Yeah, I think it should have been more true to herself with the whole like I'm the princess of Staten Island and
Yeah, need Reggie, say the Queen of Staten Island, anything that you know. People for some reason seem to like the turtleneck dude. That
oh yeah, James Ellsworth, yeah.
yeah. Should could have had him come back and run Reggie or something.
Yeah. But it's neither here or there, so I have no idea. I mean, it's just the booking. It's just I don't know, that's why like sometimes I wish like they could have hired Raven, but then again, there's beef between Raven and Vince McMahon.
Yeah,
Cause like Vince just despises Raven. But I think if they're gonna do a creative team, have Raven go AEW.
yeah. Speaking of AEW, that next Saturday they're on next Saturday, I believe.
Yeah. You saw what I tweeted out earlier?
No, I didn't.
I said, man, I was like, I would love to see for because how they're doing the whole thing with Impact. I know like how Deonna Prazo wants to take a shot at Hikaru Shida, and I'm all for it, but also too, I'm like, well, wait a minute. if Deanna's gonna try to like lay claim on something, like Evilise would be the girl, be like, you gotta go through me. I would
I,
love to see Deonna versus Evilise, dude.
yeah, I have to. For some reason, the group chat got deleted on my feed somehow. I gotta find it again.
What?
Yeah, I was like, "Where's my group chat?"
Oh man, the censorship continues.
Yeah, it just I by accident, but I don't think I.
Yeah, I was gonna do another cast about that because I came across this one YouTuber. Man, this girl like just spitting it out, telling it like it is, and I was like, wow. I was like, I mean, because she started out like on Twitch because she's a gamer, and then she wanted to evolve to becoming like having her own podcast. She wants to do like gaming and do a podcast.
Uh-huh.
But she did one on the big tech censorship.
Ooh.
So what's her name?
I said no. I said, "Ooh, that's a slippery slope."
Yeah. So yeah, if I'm typing it in the group chat in the feed. Um, but that's her tag, Gothics TV.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got the power. So
Yeah, because she goes, yeah, she goes, you could, and the same thing with Kim Iverson. It's like they can't talk anything about COVID, but they gotta like come up with a name to talk about COVID. Because it's because Kim Iverson got monetized or like soft censored because she talked about COVID, but Kim Iverson lays out the truth and everything. But it's just now with everything on Twitter, with everything with the cancel culture and all that other stuff, it's like really got to be on your P's and Q's on any social media platform.
over this, but we're not gonna talk about it.
No. But overall, but back to the show. Yeah, back to the show. Man, yeah, I think they could have just had at least another one or two women's matches in there.
So if you wanted a women's match, what did you want to see? Because they really put nothing with Oscar lately.
Yeah, I think they could have backpedaled if they're gonna have like like an elimination chamber match. Then they should just had like a 3 from Raw, 3 on SmackDown, and kind of battle it out.
Yeah,
And or have a Raw women's deal, so that way they go after Asuka.
what about that? A
You
women's
bring,
Rumble, they could have had that play out. Number one.
yeah, but I think it's evident that it's going to be Bianca and Sasha for WrestleMania.
And Sasha at WrestleMania. Oscar's. Who do they have for Oscar? You know what I'm saying?
It was going to be Lacey.
Yeah, it was gonna be Lacey, but who you gonna put in that slot now? Liv Morgan, maybe? Mandy Rose?
I'm sick of seeing Charlotte going after title run, like given title shots. Damn, out of the Raw roster, who we haven't seen that's on the Raw roster in a long while.
Man, they kind of because you can't keep up with them. You know who? Now
Naomi. Oh yeah, Naomi.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if it was like with Lana, that'd be a squash match.
Yeah,
Um,
to cross over and make that challenge, but
yeah.
on SmackDown, I think they on SmackDown. I don't know what.
Yeah, I think like Naomi's kind of doing a thing with Lana now.
Yeah.
Because Natalya is doing a thing with Tamina.
Right.
So
how did Lana become so pretty much from not being able to wrestle to be like pretty much like a real great wrestler, dominant?
I wish I knew.
It's like they, like Quaker Oats, trying to do taking out Aunt Jemima out the pancakes. Try- But they
Yeah,
really hurt. I'm like, come on, Lana is not that good. These so
I
real.
mean, I appreciate what Lana does, but at the same time, it's like,
It's too small, man. I don't. So
well,
it's not
I
small.
just
Too small.
yeah, I just think like if they make her be her, like let her really like just be her like let her really be herself. I think a lot of things will be because I mean the way they got her as this, you know, pretty girl that gets bullied all the time, it's really not working.
Yeah, I don't think people really care about it too much.
So
Stone Cold got his own beer.
yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, it looks like a lager.
I'm not a beer drinker, but I just noticed the broken. They just put it on the can, but he got his own.
Yeah,
It's crazy. That's what he known for. So hey, market it.
yeah. Um, man, I'm just like looking on the roster.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sense of it.
Who would you
Who?
put that? You know what I would do? I think I mentioned it earlier on one of my posts. I would just unify that title, man. Unify that woman's title at WrestleMania, and just let the ever who win, ever who's that, dual champion. They just make it one belt and make it have a big rose gold belt.
Yeah.
Like the big gold, but have for a woman have like either rose gold or pink, a hot pink. Not a hot pink. That's too ugly. But have like a rose, and just let that woman, whoever it is, I don't care if it's Charlotte or Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch could be making a comeback. She had the baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let the man come back and win the doggone title. Just don't let Ronda Rousey come back. Leave her where she is.
Yeah. I'm going through the roster. Like the only ones I could see probably that could be a caliber two Oscar.
Do you know who? You know what would be nice?
Who?
Bella
Re-
comes back.
Nikki Bella?
Yes, she still has a following. People are crazy about her still. The Bella twins, they still relevant. So have her come back and have Oscar.
Um, I don't know. I'm done with it. I mean, like I could look at Nikki, but as far as like, I don't know, man. I just can't do it.
You can't do it.
Nah. The only one I could probably see that's at caliber that could probably go toe to toe with Oscar would probably be Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah, they had built her up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to get somebody that really, you know.
And then as far as like the NXT Women's Championship, I like the build up with the Xia Li. I would like to see Xia Li go up against Io Shirai.
Right. NXT do pretty good.
Yeah. I mean NXT's. I mean
Oh,
I
here it is. Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley,
She'll be the one to challenge. Not Nia, but
Oscar.
yep, Rhea Ripley.
That could probably work.
Yep. And I had to defend that WrestleMania, but
Oh, that's like the first WrestleMania match.
yeah, have Oscar have it on the pre. Her and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at that triple threat match, man, like Becky was a trooper, dude, cuz she's like dealing with a cut eye.
Oh yeah, Becky. Becky is good, man. Those three working together. They were the women carried wrestling for a little bit. That's what got me back.
Oh, that was a close call.
Yeah,
That was a close call. Luckily, she tucked in her head just at the right amount nick of time.
yeah. They take some bumps. Ashley Flair for that kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rhea Ripley be good, and just bring back just, and then you for the next pay per view with what's that, the WrestleMania SummerSlam? Have
Oh
a
yeah, the next major one.
Yeah, have a unification match for the women's title, man, and then they can go from show to show.
Yeah.
Don't need a
Because
Raw SmackDown women's belt.
yeah, and then for like the tag team for the guys, just unify those titles.
Yeah,
That way you could simplify it, and that way
they don't have to go to NXT and wrestle neither because NXT is a developmental brand. So why do you have your champion going developmental? A developmental should not be able to beat you.
Yeah.
They're the best on their league, but they should not be able to beat you. If you're not developing anymore, then you come up to the main roster.
Yeah.
But
I think now, like as far as like NXT wise, they should like beef up Aaliyah.
they have so many people on the main roster, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but just kind of give Aaliyah more screen time.
You see that moonsault by Kevin Owens?
Yeah, that was gutsy.
I was like, wow. Big dude still
Yeah.
moonsault.
Oh, look at that.
But y'all figured Kevin Owens wasn't going to win. I was like, please don't let Kevin Owens win this match. Don't nobody want to see him in Roman again. But I like the way what they did with Jey Uso, showing him who the man was.
Yeah, I liked how like the whole time he was just sitting in his pod, just kind of like, all right, whatever.
I thought they was gonna have Jey win that match for a minute.
And then
And then just let finger poke. That would have been good. They're not that smart. Jey could, and then okay, Roman, you'll be able to, then they could have like hyped it up. Roman come out there ready to fight, then you just do the finger poke.
oh, do like the Hogan and Nash.
Just do the finger poke.
Yeah. Or just be like, all right, you know what to do. Have him lay down.
Yeah. And then build that up for,
Yeah.
Man, there's so much stuff they could do. That finger poke, that was classic.
Like,
it took a lot of people off. It was classic.
Yeah, and everybody else was like, what the hell?
Yeah, but it built up for something later. You build up on that.
Yeah.
Not for you no more. Yep.
Segundo.
I think TJ doing a show in about 10.
Oh yeah.
But I got some more. I'm hanging curtains for my wife, so.
It's never an easy task, isn't it?
No, man. You know what I hate? they so heavy hanging up. She's using drop cloth. Some things she saw on DIY. So I hate drilling anchors and using anchors. I like to, they actually make a screw that's an anchor, and you can screw it in, but they don't make it in the size that I need. They don't make them in the smaller sizes, so I gotta put the anchors in there because these industrial pipes, it's so industrial look. I just let them do whatever they.
Man,
Look, I don't care. I
mean, like last time I was hanging up curtains for a friend of mine. She had just bought her house, and she was like, "Yeah, I got these shower curtains or whatever rods," and I'm like, "Okay." So I'm sitting there trying to measure it and everything, and I got my little my little, level deal to see where to level. I'm like making my mark, and man, just by myself, it's like holding it in and just kind of all right.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, you think you're at a good angle with the drill trying to get it in, and then all of a sudden it's like, I'm like, ah.
And so
It took me about damn
I'm
near
taking-
about an hour.
yeah, I'm taking my time with these things right now. Okay. So I got one. Well, I got one tacked up. I got to drill some more holes.
Yeah.
So that was about. But I was like, okay, go ahead and drill these holes. Put those anchors in the wall, and then screw them in.
And then what's really annoying though is like right when you think you're like, okay, cool, they're about like half an inch above the window frame or an inch, and then you're like, yeah, okay, that's cool. But then she's like, no, I want it lower. Then you're like, ah.
But if that happened, he brought out us a look. Once in a from the these ones they wrong. So I measured and everything. I said, this is what. Yeah. I said, okay. Because once they up there, bro.
They up there.
Yep, it's level. That was the hardest part, being by myself. It's level.
Yeah.
Yeah, this little Stone Cold Broken session is not bad with Sasha. I saw the one with Belly. I like the way give him advice.
Yeah, and then I mean the one with Stone Cold was good. I mean the one with the Undertaker was good. Both
Yeah,
both episodes with the Undertaker.
the one with Kane was good too.
Yeah.
I like to see him come back and not wrestle a whole match, but just interfere in a match or something. Don't don't do like Legends Night. Just have do it periodically or something, man. Just don't do a Legends Night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make people want to tune in because like soap operas, you got to tune in because you don't know what's gonna happen. Like back in the day.
And then also too, like with him being involved in politics and everything, like he really gained weight because when he came out on Legends Night,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh, but
Oh
yeah, you're not in TV shape, buddy.
yeah, nah, he was not in TV shape. He out there that long.
Yeah, because if I mean, because if you know you got to make a TV appearance, I mean, you got to like start at least a month and a half in advance. Go ahead, get the diet down, get the workout going, because
You know what? They WWE so spontaneous. He probably called Kane up 2 days. Hey Kane, what's on that?
yeah.
I'll give you 200. Okay.
Yeah, cause my dad was watching it. my dad was watching. He goes, "Is that Kane?" And I said, "Yeah." Why had he gained a lot of weight? And I said, "Hey, them office donuts must be good." That sitting behind the desk and everything.
Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Tamina all in white.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like the first women's Royal Rumble.
I think I'm a couple frames behind you.
Oh, I have it. Wait. Who's your internet provider?
Charter.
Oh, okay. I have Xfinity.
Yeah. Yeah, Spectrum, man. That's all you can get out here.
I thought I thought Xfinity was like all over Texas.
They got them, but certain areas.
Oh yeah, because you got to be in the zone.
You gotta be in the zone. Like when I was in Virginia, I had to use Charter. They had Verizon, but Verizon in my area was DSN.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because beforehand, before my buddy's parents, like they had before they switched to Xfinity, they had AT&T,
mm-hmm.
and with the internet and the cable bundle, it was just because like my best friend, like he's all like, man, the download he's like the downloads is fast, but the uploads take forever.
Yeah, since I I'm an A service, so um, I don't pay anything for my streaming service, but the streaming service is anywhere from $35 to $50 a month, and you get like I'm not even going. You get over 5,000 programs.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's easy. Just I have to filter stuff out because I don't want UK, Canada, and all that. So I just filter it out because you can filter out stuff that you don't need. So
Yeah.
at one time, I think it was over 8,000 channels that I had. So then I watched the pay-per-views. Like boxing was on last night. Um,
Mm.
UFC boxing and UFC was on last night, and some oddball wrestling, something you probably would like, was on last night. So that's what I like because it's a pay-per-view, some kind of every weekend. So if I want, get tired of watching whatever's on, I can't even call it TV no more because you stream everything. But
Yeah.
it's just now I can set my favorites. So I got all these channels, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna set my favorites, and I set my favorites, and it's on like 12 channels. That it's like, yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because like I looked on the Xfinity list and like Axios is not on there, and I'm like, well, crap, I can't watch Impact.
yeah, I can get that.
But then for some odd reason, like some other channel, like they showed New Japan. Well, not New Japan, but the other Japanese promotion.
Hmm.
So I'm like, cool. I could at least could see a little bit of Japanese. But then also too, like on YouTube, uh, it's like Title Match. I think that's what the YouTube channel is called. It's like Title Match, and it's like all indie wrestling. I mean,
Okay.
showing, yeah. I mean, like that's what I like. I copied the link and I tried to share it on the group chat,
Hmm.
and yeah, they were showing like you know uh Ember Moon when she was Athena.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she was going against Eva Lise and all those classic battles, and then they had like you had Kenny Omega and Asuka versus Hikaru Shida and Will Ospreay in
Hmm.
Japan. So it was like, oh, that's awesome, And I'm like, cool.
Ember Moon, I was watching her the last few weeks. It's kind of regressed to me.
I don't
Actually,
know. I'm happy that she's back on NXT because like being on the main roster, she was just going nowhere. They were just kind of like, well, we don't know what to do with her.
if she got lost, they did it.
But I mean, I like what she's doing now with Shotzi.
Yeah, I thought they were going to win the titles. I thought they were going. That's,
I mean, as much as I cheer for Ember Moon, she's a fellow Texan, but then Raquel Gonzalez, she's a fellow Texan too,
yeah. So I thought
and
they were win that Dusty Cup though.
yeah, it was Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai.
Hmm.
So I think like either this Wednesday or the next Wednesday, it'll be Raquel and Dakota Kai versus Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, see, I don't like that. Have your own NXT title,
Have like the women's tag team championship because you already got the guys.
Right, you're not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna win against the main roster. If you do, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean when the first go around when it was like Bailey and Sasha when they first went down to NXT and then they went up against the Sky Pirates at Io Shirai and Kairi Sane.
Hmm.
That was a match. Holy shit, dude. I mean, like, I kid you not, man. Like those girls, like, was pretty much like it like everybody was gonna get carried out.
Hmm.
I mean, it was that physical. I mean, you had your aerial attacks, you had your ground attacks, you had your technical and all this other stuff. And
Hey, they Ronda Rousey separated her shoulder for real.
yeah,
Yeah, Ronda was reckless. Yeah, she was kind
I have it on mute, but
Yeah, one thing I was I know we'll get on TJ's thing here in a minute, but one thing, it's too many. Only thing I don't like about wrestling nowadays is too many doggone kick outs. You know, this dude and did his finishing move 12 times and you done kicked out of it and you're a mid carder. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Wow. Sasha got my attention. Well, man, appreciate y'all coming on the show. Thanks, everybody. We didn't get too many comments, but that's cool. Switch over to Brian probably will. I might jump on there for a few minutes, but we're going to switch over to TJ the Prodigy show.
Oh, yeah, he's kicking off?
Yeah, I just saw something pop up. He might be on. It's like a testing. I'm gonna jump over there. So, you know, if anybody's following me, you can follow at TJ the Prodigy. Also follow Brian at the Highlander. You know, he does some good things on here as well. So follow these guys. You can check me out. I pop in and on. I have no schedule right now, so I just pop on and off. So check me out.
Yeah, I was gonna do that too today, but I got lazy.
Yeah.
I had a good topic too.
Oh wow.
I had a good topic to talk about, but the food hit me so hard that I just kind of was like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was gonna be something about food.
Yeah, it gotta be. I gotta get you some of that G spice.
Yeah. Kind of running low on spices too.
Yeah, gotta get. I'm working on the rub, so that's what I.
Ooh.
You know, you do meat, so I'm working on a rub.
Hell yeah, dude! I got American Wagyu picanha just sitting in the freezer, and I'm trying to figure out which seasoning do I want to throw on it.
Don't do it yet. Let me finish.
Gotcha.
I think this rub is gonna be. I don't want to let the cat out today, but I think it's gonna be pretty doggone good.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'll holler at you then.
All right, sir.
Peace out.